What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about some pretty big games leaving PlayStation Plus, and I didn't plan it like this, where they're both the pluses here, but there's some pretty big things leaving. This is a pretty sizable month in terms of things being added, whether it's the free games for PS Plus or, having like the extra and premium games. Having Twisted Metal come, I think, is gigantic. I'm not saying they necessarily cancel each other out or, the bad takes over all the good, because I think PlayStation Plus, in terms of the games that they've just been giving for free, I think they've done an excellent job pretty consistently. They do have their off months, but I'd say overall they've done a really good job, let's say just in 2023 in general. But let me mention the three games I'm talking about here, and it's actually the Yakuza games. Now, I love these games. I'm a new age fan. I've actually played from 0, and I'm almost done with 6 right now. I've played all, 7 of them just in the last, I'd say, half year. I've actually made an entire series of videos reviewing all of them on my third channel, Podcast Now Back to the Past. I can link that in the description if you want to check it out. These are amazing games, and games that I've not only fallen in love with, but I've fallen in love with the series, and they are the three best ones in my personal belief. They're all leaving PlayStation Plus. So 0, Kiwami 1, and Kiwami 2. Remember, Kiwami 1 and 2 are just the remakes of the original Yakuza 1s and 2. Now, to me, again, I think 0 is the best one. I'd probably say 1 is my second favorite. It probably goes in that order: 0, 1, 2, at least right now, where I haven't beaten 6. So it always pains me, to get a little personal, throw in my 2 cents here. It's always sad to see really, really big games leave. I guess also selfishly, and this is my fault. This is the fault of the person, I guess, playing it or that didn't own it. Well, it's that right there, right? I don't actually own any of these games because I'm a new age fan, because I knew, there's more games coming, obviously, with Infinite Wealth and so on. I wanted to get into the series, but I didn't own any of them. Now, these are games that I would like to own physically eventually for kind of like my retro game collection. So again, it's on me, considering I haven't bought them. I've just kind of relied on Game Pass. Now, I do believe, I'm pretty sure all 3 of them are still on Game Pass. I'm not 1000% sure of that, though, so don't quote me. So you might be able to play it there. But yeah, I think this kind of just puts the spotlight on. I probably should own these games instead of, just relying on these subscription services. But here's the thing, and a reason kind of why I wanted to make this video. This is what happens when you have just fully subscription service things, I guess, going on. I talk a lot about how much I do like Game Pass. I think Game Pass is the best value in gaming. I think PS Plus, again, has actually been absolutely killing it. I think if you have both these services, you're kind of good, unless you care about every single new release, then you're maybe not good. But if you play games a year or 2 after they come out, you don't really care about the new stuff. I think if you just have both these subscriptions, you're set. But the opposite thing there, in terms of that whole preservation, in terms of kind of giving them all the rights and all kind of the power, you see this with movies quite often, where you actually can't even get them physically. They're all on streaming services, and then when they're gone from streaming services, they literally just disappear from planet Earth. Well, that's exactly, I guess it's not that bad yet, but it's close to that for gaming, right? Even for me. So I don't have these games physically. I just rely on these services, and then when they get dropped, well, then you just kind of lose out on all of them. Doesn't matter so much for me because I've played these 3 games, but this is also kind of a public service announcement that if you ever want to get into this franchise, number 1, start with 0, and number 2, you better do it now, because I believe these games leave on August 15th. There's a couple other ones like The Crew 2, Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 isn't the greatest Borderlands, but it is a pretty gigantic game. Nidhogg as well is on here. I hope that's how you say it. I have played this game. It's actually a really, really fun game. So some pretty big games leaving to kind of match the pretty big games coming in. Hopefully these games aren't gone for long. Hopefully they stay on Game Pass. Fingers crossed if they're even on Game Pass. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.